Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
It's great to be back.
Today we're hitting the road.
Mm.
Yeah, we're going to be checking out some seriously epic road trips from all over the globe.
I love it.
Now, we found this video showcasing routes you might not have heard of,
Right.
and the best part is these aren't just, pretty pictures.
Right.
These are trips you could actually plan.
Yeah.
From the winding roads of Romania to the rugged coastlines of Ireland and even a flower route in El Salvador.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got something here to spark everyone's inner explorer.
It's funny how road trips just have this universal appeal.
Mm.
It's more than just getting from point A to point B.
Yeah.
There's a sense of freedom,
Yeah.
of exploration, of experiencing a place at your own pace. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's a chance to really connect with the world around you.
And what I love about this video is that it highlights those lesser-known routes, the ones that take you off the beaten path, and offer a truly unique perspective. So let's start our journey with a drive that's been called the best in the world,
Okay.
Romania's Transfiguran Highway.
I've heard of this.
Have you been?
Not yet.
Oh, you got to put it on your list.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Imagine yourself just winding through the Carpathian Mountains.
Oh, wow.
Feeling that history and mystery of the region all around you.
Right.
You've got 56 miles of hairpin tunnels carved through the mountains and views that seem to stretch forever.
And at the peak, you'll find Bolia Lake. It's this incredible glacial lake surrounded by just dramatic mountain scenery.
Oh, wow.
It almost looks surreal in the video, but what really caught my attention was Panari Castle. It's perched high on a cliff, and this was the fortress of Vlad the Impaler.
No way.
Yeah, the historical figure who inspired the legend of Dracula.
That's amazing.
Can you imagine the stories those walls could tell?
Yeah.
It'd be incredible.
Definitely adds a layer of intrigue to the journey, right?
For sure.
Speaking of history and culture, our next stop takes us to the Emerald Isle, Ireland,
Oh, great.
for the Wild Atlantic Way.
Okay.
Now, I've always been drawn to places where tradition and music are just deeply intertwined.
Right.
And there's something about the Irish spirit,
Mm.
that warmth and welcoming energy that makes me want to pull up a chair in a cozy pub and just soak it all in.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever been?
I've been to Dublin, but I haven't done the Wild Atlantic Way.
Oh, man, you'd love it.
I bet.
Well, this route stretches for 1,500 miles along Ireland's west coast, taking you past iconic sites like the Cliffs of Moher and the Ring of Kerry.
Ah.
But, beyond the scenery.
Yeah.
It's about slowing down, savoring the local culture, and maybe even learning a few traditional Irish tunes along the way.
I could get behind that.
All right, now for those who love a burst of color and culture, get ready for El Salvador's Ruta de las Flores, or Road to the Flowers.
Okay.
Picture yourself driving through charming villages, each one adorned with vibrant murals and bustling with artisan markets.
You might stop at a local market to pick up some handcrafted souvenirs or try some traditional pupusas, those delicious corn cakes filled with savory goodness.
What's fascinating about this route is that it takes you beyond the typical tourist destinations and showcases a side of El Salvador that many people don't get to see. It's a chance to support local communities,
Yeah.
experience authentic culture, and soak up the vibrant energy of this beautiful country.
I love that.
And if you're a foodie, you definitely won't want to miss the Weekend Food Festival in Waiua.
Oh, wow.
The video makes it look like an absolute feast for the senses.
Okay, so we've had mountain passes, coastal roads, and now for something completely different, let's head up to Canada, where a landscape of glaciers, turquoise lakes, and towering peaks awaits us.
Right.
The Icefields Parkway in Alberta is a 144-mile stretch through the heart of the Canadian Rockies.
Wow.
I'm talking driving past over 100 glaciers. Can you even imagine?
That's a truly awe-inspiring drive.
Yeah.
And the video highlights Peyto Lake, known for its unreal turquoise water caused by glacial rock flour. Now, here's a pro tip for you. If you want to capture those Instagram-worthy photos without a crowd of tourists in the background, start your drive early in the morning.
All right.
Trust me, the early bird gets the best view and the best photos on this one.
And of course, no trip along the Icefields Parkway would be complete without exploring Athabasca Glacier, one of the most accessible glaciers in North America.
It's amazing.
Now let's shift gears and head down to South Africa's Garden Route. This one's for the adventure seekers out there,
Okay.
as it combines dramatic coastlines, lush forests, and mountain landscapes. Imagine hiking through ancient forests in Tsitsikamma National Park, kayaking along scenic rivers, and then for the ultimate thrill, standing on the edge of the Blue Crans Bridge. the highest bungee bridge in the world.
Now that's one way to get your adrenaline pumping.
Right.
Personally, I might stick to admiring the view from a safe distance.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
But even if you're not into extreme sports, the garden route has something for everyone.
Yeah.
The video highlights charming towns like Nizhna and Plettenberg Bay, where you can savor the local cuisine, explore nature trails, and maybe even chat with some locals and get their recommendations.
Next, we're taking a scenic drive along California's Pacific Coast Highway, but with a twist, we're focusing on the northern stretch, which is often overlooked.
Oh.
But trust me, it's packed with hidden gems.
Yeah.
I'm talking about coastal cliffs, redwood forests, and charming seaside towns.
This part of the Pacific Coast Highway offers a sense of undiscovered beauty.
Yeah.
One of the highlights mentioned is Glass Beach in Fort Bragg. Imagine strolling along a beach where the sand is literally made of colorful sea glass.
Wow.
A sight you won't soon forget.
Now for our next destination, we're heading to a land of fire and ice.
Okay.
Iceland.
I'm in.
The Ring Road is an 800-mile loop that encircles the entire country, showcasing a truly epic range of landscapes. Imagine yourself standing in awe of thundering waterfalls like Seljalandsfoss and Skogafoss.
Beautiful.
Then exploring the black sand beaches of Reynistra, where the power of the Atlantic Ocean crashes against the shore.
And then there's the otherworldly Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon, where icebergs just drift serenely by.
This route is truly a journey through the heart of Iceland.
Yeah.
And for those chasing the northern lights, the Ring Road offers plenty of opportunities to catch this incredible natural phenomenon.
Right.
But given the sheer amount of sights to see, you want to plan at least a week for this road trip, especially if you want to explore some of the more remote locations.
Speaking of remote, our next stop takes us to one of the longest roads in the world, Ruta 40 in Argentina.
Okay.
This 3,000-mile route stretches from the icy terrain of Patagonia to the colorful deserts of the north. Picture yourself driving through Los Glaciares National Park with its iconic Mount Fitzroy, and then experiencing the vibrant Quebrada de Humahuaca, a valley painted with multicolored hills.
This one's for the true adventurers, those who crave vast, unspoiled landscapes and aren't afraid of a little solitude.
Right.
But the video emphasizes the importance of preparation and planning for this trip, as it takes you through some truly remote and challenging terrains.
You want to make sure you have a reliable vehicle, plenty of supplies, and a good map, because cell service can be spotty in those remote areas.
Good point.
Yeah.
And finally, we're ending our journey back in Iceland this time on the Snøfellsnes Peninsula, often referred to as Iceland in miniature.
This route is perfect for those who want a taste of Iceland's diverse landscapes, but maybe don't have the time for the full ring road experience.
Yeah.
Think black beaches, volcanic craters, waterfalls cascading down cliffs, and snow-capped mountains, all packed into a shorter, more manageable route.
One of the must-see sights on this route is Kirkjufell Mountain, often photographed with a nearby waterfall, creating a truly iconic image.
I've seen pictures.
Right.
It's incredible.
And for those interested in delving deeper into Iceland's volcanic history, there's the Vatnshellir Cave, which takes you underground to explore a lava tube.
Oh, wow.
Now, I don't know about you, but after hearing about all these incredible destinations, I'm feeling inspired to hit the open road.
Me too. It's amazing how just hearing about these places can ignite that wanderlust, isn't it?
Right.
But before we all rush off to book tickets,
Yeah.
let's take a moment to dive into some of the practical details,
All right.
the stuff that can make or break a road trip.
You're right. A little planning goes a long way.
Exactly.
I'm all for embracing the unexpected,
Yeah.
but I'd rather not end up stranded on a mountain road in a tiny rental car,
Right.
especially if it's not equipped for those conditions.
For sure.
So let's talk about those must-know details, starting with something that might surprise you, road conditions.
All right.
We've got everything from smooth paved highways to rugged mountain passes in this mix.
Exactly. For example, take Romania's Transfăgănean Highway.
Right.
The video specifically mentions that it's best to travel between July and October
Okay.
because it's often closed during the winter months due to snow.
Oh, wow.
Those hairpin turns would definitely be treacherous in icy conditions.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I can only imagine the views with snow-capped mountains in the background.
Right.
But safety first, right?
Absolutely. And speaking of knowing when to go, the video also recommends traveling during spring for El Salvador's Ruta de las Flores to experience the best weather and catch those vibrant flowers in full bloom.
It would be amazing to see those colorful villages surrounded by blossoms.
Yeah.
Now, what about Ireland's Wild Atlantic Way? Any tips for navigating those coastal roads?
In Ireland, it's less about road conditions and more about the pace of travel.
Oh.
The video really emphasizes taking your time, soaking in the scenery, and connecting with the local culture. So maybe pack a good playlist, leave the GPS on scenic route, and be prepared for some delightful detours. Who knows what hidden gems you might stumble upon.
I love that it's all about embracing the journey, not just rushing to the destination.
Exact.
Now, I remember that the video also highlighted the importance of starting early to avoid crowds on Canada's Icefields Parkway, especially during peak season.
Right, think about it. You're driving through the Canadian Rockies, surrounded by glaciers and turquoise lakes. Wouldn't you rather experience that serenity without a bunch of tour buses around?
For sure.
Plus, you'll have a better chance at capturing those epic photos without a crowd of people in the background.
And speaking of crowds, what about those overnight stays recommended for South Africa's garden route?
Ah, yes. The video suggests spending a night or two in towns like Nizhna or Plettenberg Bay.
Okay.
To really immerse yourself in the local scene, imagine ending your day with a delicious meal at a local restaurant, maybe overlooking the ocean, and then waking up to explore those charming towns and nature trails. It adds a whole other dimension to the road trip experience.
Okay, we've talked about road conditions, timing, and even overnight stays.
Well,
What other logistical gems did the video offer?
well, when it comes to California's Pacific Coast Highway, particularly that less traveled northern stretch, the video had a very practical tip pack layers.
Oh, yeah.
California's coastal weather can be unpredictable, with sunshine one minute and fog rolling in the next.
That's California. For
Mhm.
you, being prepared with layers ensures you can comfortably enjoy that dramatic scenery no matter what Mother Nature throws your way.
Right.
And speaking of dramatic scenery, let's talk about Iceland's Ring Road, that epic 800-mile loop around the entire country. Logistically, that sounds like a pretty ambitious undertaking.
It definitely requires some planning. The video recommends dedicating at least a week to this route. To truly appreciate the incredible diversity of landscapes, you don't want to rush through waterfalls, glaciers, black sand, beaches, geysers, and maybe even a glimpse of the northern lights.
Absolutely. It's about soaking it all in. Now, for those drawn to the rugged beauty of Argentina's Ruta 40, the video offered a word of caution.
Oh,
This 3,000-mile journey through some of the most remote landscapes in South America isn't for the faint of heart.
you'll need to be prepared for vast distances, unpredictable weather, and limited services in certain areas. Make sure you have a reliable vehicle, spare tires, extra supplies, and a good map,
Right.
because cell service can be spotty in those remote areas.
It sounds like the kind of road trip that tests your limits and rewards you with experiences you'll never forget.
For sure.
And finally, we have Iceland's Snæfellsnes Peninsula, or Iceland in miniature.
Now, logistically, this one stands out because it's a much more manageable route for those who might not have a week or more to dedicate to the full ring road experience.
Right.
Think of it as a sampler platter of Iceland's diverse landscapes. You've got black beaches, volcanic craters, waterfalls, and snow-capped mountains, all packed into a shorter, more condensed format.
I love that analogy. It's perfect for those who want to maximize their time but still get a taste of everything that makes Iceland so unique.
Good.
So as you can see, each of these epic road trips comes with its own set of logistical considerations.
But with a little planning and preparation, you can ensure a smooth and unforgettable journey. And don't forget, even with the best laid plans, sometimes the most memorable moments happen when you least expect them.
You're absolutely right. It's those unscripted moments, the chance encounters, the stories you bring back with you that truly make a road trip special. Those unexpected moments, they really do stick with you, don't they?
I do.
It's the friendly locals you meet at a roadside diner.
Right.
That breathtaking sunset you stumble upon while driving.
Yeah.
The unexpected detour that leads you to a hidden gem you never would have found otherwise.
It's those moments that you just can't plan for.
And that's what's so exciting about these lesser-known routes, right?
Totally.
They offer a chance to get off the beaten path,
Yeah.
escape the tourist crowds, and really experience a destination on a deeper level.
It's about connecting with a place,
Yeah.
its people, and its stories
Mm.
in a way that just isn't possible on a more conventional trip.
As we've been talking about all these road trips,
Mm.
I've been thinking about what draws us to them in the first place.
Yeah.
What is it about hitting the open road that sparks that sense of adventure and freedom? You know, it's almost like an instinct, a longing for exploration that's woven into our DNA.
It really is fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's more than just the destination. It's the journey itself.
Hmm.
The sense of possibility that comes with every mile you travel.
Mm.
The open road is like a blank canvas,
Oh, I like that.
and you get to paint your own adventure on it.
And I think there's a certain element of nostalgia tied to road trips as well.
Yeah.
You know, they remind us of simpler times, of family
Yeah.
vacations,
Mhm.
of that feeling of pure joy and discovery we experienced as children. Remember those long car rides, gazing out the window, letting your imagination run wild.
Oh, yeah.
Road trips tap into that childlike sense of wonder.
They really do. It's like hitting the reset button on life.
Hmm.
Just the open road and the endless possibilities that lie ahead.
And in a world that's increasingly fast-paced and technology-driven, road trips offer a chance to unplug
Right.
and disconnect from the digital world.
To be present.
Yeah, and to truly be present in the moment, it's a chance to slow down to appreciate the simple things and to reconnect with yourself and the world around you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into these epic road trips,
Yeah.
we want to leave you with a challenge.
Okay.
Which of these routes sparked your wanderlust?
Hmm.
What's stopping you from planning your own epic adventure?
Maybe it's time to dust off that map, grab your keys and hit the road.
Yeah.
Because out there on those open roads lies a world of discovery, adventure, and unforgettable experiences just waiting to be had.
As you plan your next adventure, ask yourself this. What kind of story do you want to tell when you come back?
Hmm.
What kind of journey will truly resonate with your soul? Because the open road is waiting and it's filled with endless possibilities.
That's the truth.
Happy travels, everyone.
Safe travels.